Yes, good morning. And well, another brand new day, and we are getting started with the markets looking positive. Good morning, Amit. Good morning, Venkat. And as people are joining in, let's see what the market is holding and what are we going to do today, right? That's the whole idea here. So, good morning, Mithul. So, yes, our team is joining in and trying to find out what we need to do in the market, what we need to understand about the market, etc., etc. So, all these things are going to happen, and we are going to see how to make our trading life better and also try to find out what are we going to do. All right. So, yes, let's get started with today's session. We had spoken about the market showing some tentativeness, probable weakness. But then, like I said, I use the word probable. Yes, good morning, Jay Kumar. So now let's try and understand what's going to happen to the market, what are the possibilities, and how can we initiate the same. All right, so let's get started. I hope my audio video is fine and you're able to hear me loud and clear. All right. So let me go and share my screen first. So first up, let's take a look at Nifty, right? This is the setup on the Nifty. As you can see here, that there was some tentativeness shown at the start of the week. But then as we progress during the day, I had mentioned a very key point. Can anyone recollect what was the key point which I mentioned? Yeah, can anyone recollect what was the key point? Guys, तुम लोग थोड़ा interact करना चाहिए and I want you guys to participate along with me. So that's when we'll have fun, right? Good morning, Surinder. Good morning, Ashish. Good morning, Pradeep. Good morning, Mangesh. So the whole objective of this live is कि आप भी मेरे साथ participate करें, आप भी मेरे साथ थोड़े आपके views share करें, because market is about views, right? So you got to share what are you thinking, what did we discuss. So now what did we discuss that day? We said that we will wait for the first 15 minutes, right? We said we'll wait for the first 15 minutes and then we'll see what is happening to the market. And then we will take a call. So yes, there was a hint of bearishness. Yes, I had told that I will be short in Bank Nifty, but then quickly I changed my position. And why did I change my position? Because after the first 15 minutes, market did not show any signs of continuation. Why? Because I said wait for 15 minutes for the market to show whether the negativity in SBI results is it being absorbed, and that's what it did. And I had spoken about 38,100, 38,200 as a important resistance. Okay, I hope you are able to see and audio video is fine right now. Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me. Okay, so we were talking about the markets. We were talking about how the market is currently poised and what are the possibilities of the market moving higher. So let's try and understand what is the overall setup, and let's try to get some more details about. Thank you, Amit, for your confirmation. So we will try and see as to now, this is the overall situation. So this I have used a tool called as Pitchfork. So let me remove this from here and let us see now what Nifty has done in the last week. और सॉरी इन द लास्ट टू सेशंस. छुट्टी के बाद आ रहे तो मुझे लग रहा है कि ये आज मंडे है. सो नाउ कमिंग बैक टू द ओवरऑल सेटअप, आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे कि what Nifty has done is it has gone over this cluster of resistance, और यहाँ पर एक छोटा सा गैप भी है. as you can see here that there is a small gap, right? So that small gap is now being filled. So now the small gap is also being filled. That was what was also additional reason for holding the price. So now what has happened is all this has cleared. So now towards higher levels is very much on the cards. Okay, so that is what is the overall scenario looking like. And when you take a look at the market data, okay, when you take a look at the market data, it is clearly indicating that the PCR has gone up. पुट कॉल रेशियो ऊपर जाने का मतलब ये है कि काफी सारा पुट राइटिंग हो रहा है, और पुट राइटिंग होने का मतलब ये है कि नीचे के तरफ सपोर्ट्स आर गेटिंग फॉर्म्ड. ओके, सपोर्ट्स आर गेटिंग फॉर्म्ड. That is suggesting that the possibility of upside is emerging. So Nifty, if you are going to track Nifty, right? Nifty important support, immediate support from a intraday or probably a 1-2 days perspective as we are heading into the expiry will be around 17,400, where you are having the maximum pain point. And also you are having the Bank Nifty, right? Can anyone tell me what were the levels we are speaking about in Bank Nifty? Yeah, what were the levels we are speaking about in Bank Nifty? Bank Nifty के बारे में एक लेवल के बारे में हम बात कर रहे थे, and we were hoping that Bank Nifty would also step in. Yes, one of the primary reasons for Bank Nifty to move up on that day was HDFC Bank, right? HDFC Bank ने संभाल लिया काफी अच्छी तरह से when negative results came out from SBI. HDFC Bank का जो मूव था वो काफी सॉलिड था, और उसकी वजह से markets have performed quite well on Tuesday. So now on Monday, now coming into Wednesday, where we are not very clear about the market direction, but then we have to be clear with the bias. मार्केट डायरेक्शन के बारे में अब सबको डाउट आने लगा है, सब लोग हेजिटेट करके पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं, लेकिन आपको बुलिश दिशा में ही पार्टिसिपेट करना है, क्योंकि मार्केट्स में अब भी बेरिशनेस के कोई संकेत नहीं है. वी आर नॉट सीइंग एनी साइंस ऑफ नेगेटिविटी. ओके, वी आर नॉट सीइंग एनी साइंस ऑफ नेगेटिविटी. We were at an inflection point. If you all recall, I had spoken about a inflection point in the indices, and we have definitely overcome that inflection point. So now when having overcome that inflection point, okay, having overcome that inflection point, we need to see what are the possibilities. Okay, we need to see what are the possibilities. So if you see here, I got this option analytics using NewTrader. So it says that yes, the immediate resistance, okay, the resistance based on the OI data. Yes, we have been discussing OI data for a while in our live stream, and we are saying that yes, we are looking at a possibility of moving much higher, right? We're looking at a possibility of moving much higher. That is point number one. Point number two is that resistance are emerging at around 18,000. Okay, 18,000. You can see here now, it is above the immediate supports are 17,400, 38,000 that we are knowing from the options data. Okay, I hope all of you are getting an idea now how to look at the options data. Option data को रख के कैसे काम करना है, and how can we get some assessment, right? That's what we are doing. That's what we are doing every time. And yes, those of you who had written 38,000, Amit, Jay Kumar, very good. So now 38,000 has become a support. Always, whatever it may be, whichever tool you may use, the whole objective is to find support resistance. Now, when you're talking about support resistance, be it options, be it equities, be it futures, सब में जहां पर लोग ज्यादा से ज्यादा कॉन्सेंट्रेट करते हैं, वो आइदर सपोर्ट हो जाता है, वो आइदर रेजिस्टेंस हो जाता है. तो 38,000 पे many people were concentrating, so that became a resistance. Now, when that was overcome, that has become support. All right. So the whole objective of this scenario is support और resistance कैसे ढूंढे, और support और resistance आज के तारीख में ढूंढना है. All right. So आज के तारीख में support resistance ढूंढना है, तो option का data plays a very important role. So option का data जरूर देखना चाहिए, and everyone should take a look at the options data. And what we have done is, using the option data, we have put lot of effort to bring across to you in a very simplified way. On this particular page in our options 360, you get to know कि सपोर्ट कहाँ पर है, रेजिस्टेंस कहाँ पर है. आपको ओआई डेटा चार्ट के आपका असेसमेंट आपको करना है. नॉर्मल ओआई डेटा कुछ इस प्रकार दिखता है. लेट्स सी नाउ. सो फॉर एग्जांपल, दिस इज हाउ एन ऑप्शन डेटा लुक्स. Now, for example, if you are going to put Nifty, all right, you put Nifty, then you take a look at Nifty, you get an idea here, you say, okay, Nifty, go to the option chain in Nifty. And then when you go to the option chain in Nifty, right, so you get a lot of data, right? So on this data, you have got the options, you have got the put, you have got the call. So the entire data is analyzed for you and presented to you in a simple way. So you can see here that this particular page simplifies the whole process of understanding. That's the whole idea. कि मार्केट का डेटा लेके कैसे समझे और पार्टिसिपेट करे. That's what is the focus. The focus is on how to improve participation. तो चलिए वापस चलते हैं towards निफ्टी. ये था निफ्टी का चार्ट. This is how Nifty chart is looking like. Yes, we had mentioned that Bank Nifty में एक inflection point है. Again, I've used the same tool in Bank Nifty, and Bank Nifty has got a potential target to move towards 40,000. आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे is one of the favorite tools which I use. So you can see here that Bank Nifty was placed much better, but then there was some tentativeness कि चलेगा नहीं चलेगा. तो बट लेकिन वो सब सॉल्व होते हुए ये अब आगे चल रहा है and moving towards the upper end of this pitchfork, which is a potential towards move towards 40,000. 40,000 जाएगा या नहीं जाएगा, all this is a probability. But then we are fine tuning our probability by looking at various data. And looking at various data, again, similar pattern, एक gap fill हो गया है, and this gap has helped a revival in Bank Nifty, and now potential challenges, the immediate challenges towards 39,000 or uske baad 40,000. Same way, if you take a look at the data, you can see here that immediate resistance is 38,500. जहां पर ज्यादा कॉल राइटिंग हो रहा है. कॉल राइटिंग हो रहा है क्योंकि यहाँ पर लोग सोच रहे हैं कि 38,500 के ऊपर नहीं चलेगा, और नीचे की तरफ 38,000 पे पुट राइटिंग हो रहा है. सो दिस इज व्हाट इज द सिनेरियो लुकिंग लाइक बेस्ड ऑन द डेटा व्हिच वी आर हैविंग. नाउ as the market unfolds, we need to see what's going to happen. So before the market opens, 5 minutes to go before the market opens. So let's go to our friend SGX, right? So this is SGX on the cards. What is SGX telling us? Let's go to a 15-minute chart and see what is SGX telling us right now. SGX is in a flattish mode. Okay, SGX is in the flattish mode. So we need to be a little careful on markets. SGX is flat, nothing in particular. So we need to see now how markets are going to react to whatever is going to happen. Why am I saying that? Because markets are currently moving along quite well, but then we need to see now how are we going to absorb because a lot of news flows are happening even on the domestic front. A lot of results are coming good, and but then results में आप देखेंगे, okay, results में आप देखेंगे, out of the entire basket, only 50% of the results have come with a positive number, but while the rest are either negative, right? The almost 40% are negative and 10% are mixed. So what does it say? It says that the market is not very satisfied with the result. Okay, market is not very satisfied with the result. और result से जो हमारी उम्मीद थी, okay, that could be a challenge. So what we are looking at, okay, what we are looking at is a range in Bank Nifty. Let's go back to the Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty में एक range बन रहा है from on the lower end around अगर आप देखेंगे यहाँ पे, okay, this is the charts of Bank Nifty, this is the setup, और Bank Nifty के जो अभी हम देख रहे थे यहाँ पे, okay, this is what it is looking like. So on the lower end, it is around, you can say 37,750 के आसपास, और ऊपर के तरफ again you will see here that this is just about crossed. So 38,500 is the maximum. You can say 38,250 to 38,500, and on the lower side 37,750. तो ये एक रेंज बन रहा है बैंक निफ्टी में. Yes, last week जो एक्सपायरी था और आरबीआई पॉलिसी, now there is a Bank Nifty is trying to push the agenda ahead, saying that yes, whatever happened last week, no problem, we are still positive. But then we need to see how can we go higher, right? That's the whole idea here. How can we go higher? So now we have to see if there is some good addition to the put OI. That will give us more confidence, right? That will give us more confidence, and then we can go ahead. So now if you are going to move ahead in the market, okay, if you're going to move ahead in the market with a bullish bias, you got to understand that 17,400 level should hold, because if you are not, if 17,400 levels are not holding, so all index players should really watch out, because otherwise you're going to have challenges in the move ahead, right? Now, when you take a look at the what are the kind of results in play, there are two stocks which are going to come out with the results. One of them is GNFC, and other is Tata Chemical, both from the fertilizer space. Fertilizer space are definitely in the buzzword, and when you take a look at those set of stocks, they are definitely very interesting. So that is something which we will track after the market opens. But as we are getting into the market play and we are trying to find out what we really need to do, so you got to understand that yes, the markets are poised to move up. Now we got to see whether the markets are going to react to whatever we are seeing, because the whole idea is that we are looking at the flat start to the market. So that's what I would advocate. 1 minute from now, we would begin with a flat start. So let me put on the Nifty charts here, and let me go to the 5-minute chart, and let's see what the market is going to do. So yes, market has begun, and you can see here Nifty continues to be on the flat side. This is Bank Nifty here. Okay, this is Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is slightly better. Bank Nifty is slightly better, and let's try and find out some more approaches, and let's see what is going to happen. So again, I would advocate what happens really in the market start. Okay, what really happens in the market start is that all the BTST players are coming to the front. They are coming to the forefront, and they are trying to find out how to book their position, how to take a call, how to decide on what we need to do, etc. So for the first 5 minutes, at least minimum 5 minutes, right? If you are in a hurry, how much of ever of hurry you may be in, 5 minutes to rukna hi hai. Agar you are not, you're wanting to be more sure about how the markets are working, then I would advocate even 15 minutes. Why? Because the BTST players would have done it, and then yes. But then if you feel that early bird gets the worm, pehla button dabana hai, तो अगर पहला पहला बटन भी दबाना है आपको, 5 मिनट्स तो जरूर रुकना है. That's what is a method which I suggest to everyone, be it my training program, be it my live stream, be it with whomever I speak. 5 मिनट्स तो कोई भी रुक सकता है पूरे दिन में, राइट. 5 मिनट रुकने से आपका कोई नुकसान नहीं होगा, हालांकि आपको हमेशा फायदा ही होगा, be it on your open position or be it on your new position. So now, if you see here now, first 5 minutes market is still underway, and you can see here that the enthusiasm which the market is showing, it's going up, it's coming down. तो अब ये क्लैरिटी जो हमें दिखना है मार्केट में वो फिलहाल दिख नहीं रहा है, और उसी की वजह से मैं कह रहा हूँ कि लेट्स ट्राई एंड अंडरस्टैंड. तो मार्केट्स तो इसी तरह चलते रहेगा, बट वी गॉट टू गेट मोर क्लैरिटी. दैट्स वेयर वी गो इनटू न्यू ट्रेडर. Let's open up our dashboard. All right. So dashboard पहले ओपन कर लेते हैं, राइट. डैशबोर्ड पहले ओपन करके देखते हैं कि कौन से सेक्टर में क्या कामकाज हो रहा है. सो फर्स्ट सिनेरियो क्या दिख रहा है हमें? वी आर लुकिंग एट अ एंटायरली पॉजिटिव सिनेरियो. सो मार्केट हैज बिगन, right? Market has begun the day on a positive note. You can see here that there is a bit of positivity across the sectors. Yes, some sectors are negative. And if you recall, based on Monday, again, IT is having a pressure. So you are having a continuation of the bearishness. Please understand. That's how you got to relate, right? अब relate कैसे करेंगे? जब तक आपको पिछले दिन का पता नहीं हो. देखिए, as we are speaking, we are not even done with the first 5 minutes, and you see what's happening to the market. Can you see what is happening to the market? Market is trying to decide, right? Market is trying to decide what should I do now. Okay, so again, within the first 5 minutes, and as we speak, we spoke about continuation of bearishness in IT, and you can see here IT का redness बढ़ गया है. How many of you are able to connect कि IT का रेडनेस बढ़ गया है, तो मार्केट में भी थोड़ा नेगेटिविटी है. तो हम क्या करेंगे? हम देखेंगे कि ओपन से क्या सिनेरियो है. ओके, ओपन से क्या सिनेरियो है? ओपन से सिनेरियो ये है कि हार्डली एनी स्टॉक इज पॉजिटिव. ओके, हार्डली एनी स्टॉक इज पॉजिटिव, एंड ऑन द लोअर एंड देयर इज some stocks which are negative, but overall there is not yet bearishness which is coming into the market. How many of you are getting this, and how many of you have already taken some trade? कोई लोग रहेंगे फास्टेस्ट फिंगर फर्स्ट जिन्हें 915.01 पे ट्रेड लेना है, राइट. 915.01 के लोग भी हैं मेरी टीम में, बट अभी हम जाकर देखेंगे कि अब क्या ट्रेड बन रहा है. ओके, अब क्या ट्रेड बन रहा है? ओपन के हिसाब से टॉप लूजर्स है. हमने देखा आईटी सेक्टर सबसे वीक है, मार्केट्स में भी थोड़ी प्रेशर है. तो वी विल टेक अ लुक एट द आईटी सेक्टर फ्रॉम अ bearish point of view. All right, because we are seeing a continuation in the bearishness. All right, now top losers are Emphasis. Okay, Vinagam is already in Tata Chemicals, great going. So it is 1.88% up. So let me just go down to the setup. Okay, let us check on Tata Chem, which is out of the results. It's showing some movement. Okay, so Tata Chem has moved sufficiently ahead, right? So Tata Chem is beyond all the levels. Okay, so now in a scenario like this, okay, you already booked profit. Very good. So you can see here that there is a very big gap, and there is a gap up and follow through. So it's a very fantastic way to participate, and gap up strategy is a very profitable strategy, but at the same time, it also involves an element of risk. Now, that risk element only comes in when the gap is quite big. So if you are able to handle this gap, okay, if you're able to handle this gap, and you're able to, because here the ideal stop loss will be much lower. So now if you are going to participate in such trades, you have to be very careful. Otherwise, if you are able to absorb this kind of, if you're able to know that, yes, this kind of movement is there. So exactly what is a gap? Gap is a signal of momentum. Momentum, if there is a gap up, that means there is a gap up to the upside, indicating ki एक positive momentum hai. If there is a gap down, indicating a negative momentum. So yes, so now, like we spoke about, results of GNFC and Tata Chemical are in focus. So this is what it's looking like, and well, probably this is indicating that yes, there is some positive news already known to certain people, and that's what is getting translated here. So yes, good on that, Vinayagam. So now let's take markets. We are already aware that the markets, again, you can see here, by the end of 5 minutes, negative has become positive. So market is playing tricks with us. All right. You got to be very careful. And when you want to be a little careful, the best way, the best way to participate in such tricky situation is find out the stock. Okay. ICICI Bank, open low, very good, above R3. You can see that the banks are participating, right? We waited for the first 5 minutes. Banks are moving above. So Bank Nifty is taking center stage, and it is moving towards our first resistance zone of 38,500. But we had already said, based on the daily charts, that Bank Nifty is positive. Bank Nifty is positive. So Bank Nifty is taking the lead in pushing the markets ahead. Please understand, Bank Nifty is taking the lead to push the markets ahead. We had spoken about that on Monday. We said that both the index should participate on one direction. Bank Nifty ka saath zaruri hai for the Nifty to go up, and Bank Nifty did do that on Monday. Now again on Wednesday, we are seeing that the Bank Nifty is participating. So it looks to be a move to the upside. Yes, you can look at Bank Nifty to go up. First set of resistance is 38,500, and if it continues to move above that, it would be opening up much higher levels, because that's what is looking like based on the current scenario. So Bank Nifty is looking positive. So there is no reason for us to believe that the markets would go down. We had spoken about IT sector from a negative frame of mind, but then अगर आपको positive काम करना है, so बाकी सारे sectors are still available. So you can take a look at that. So let's go into rolling ticker. Let's put on our morning action points. We see the opening gap. We will take based on down strategy. We will take based on opening range. We will take based on Bollinger Band. We will take based on, and we will take on potential reversal. So now when you take a look at these guys, so these guys are essentially concentrating on how the market is going to start. Okay. So now here Vinayagam has written ICICI Bank. I think others are just looking at the screen, or are you taking some trade? Can I know what kind of trades are you taking? Come on, guys, put on the chat. What trades are you taking? Yeah, I want you guys to participate. I want you guys to go ahead and check out what kind of trade setups are you seeing. What kind of trade setups are you seeing? You can see here that yes, Tata Chemical is going up. You can see here some stocks which are above 1.5% can be tracked since the open. So let's take a look at Manappuram, Aarti, and SBI Life. Let's see, are we getting any factors here? So let me put on some more here. And okay, let me see Manappuram. No, there is nothing on Manappuram. Only previous day high cross. So I'll just wait for some more move to be seen here. Okay, ICICI Bank. You can see here ICICI Bank is having above R3 and previous day. So that's a good sign. So let us check on ICICI Bank. Yes, very good move. and open is equal to low. Yes, even that would have appeared in our rolling ticker. I think I have not turned that on. Yeah. You can see here that ICICI Bank is going up. Good trade. ICICI Bank has also opened up a trade number 2. So ICICI Bank has opened up trade number 2. Okay. Bharat says GNFC. So what is GNFC doing? And of the results, you can see here, yes. Again, when you're going to trade so far away from S3, you got to understand that the risk will be much higher. So in such scenario, I would wait for a reaction into S3 and then trade. I would wait for a reaction into S3 and then trade. Because that will be a more advisable way to take a trade. Okay. So let me again go into the rolling ticker and let me see what trades are getting flashed. You see here ABB, Bharat Forge. Okay, Techem is showing some weakness. Okay, we spoke about IT stocks. Let's see Techem. Okay, Techem did go down, and immediately it has come up. So not much of interest from here. I am verifying. So today, looking at the market condition, okay, looking at the market condition, we are seeing that the market is positive, right? So you can see from our dashboard that the market is positive, only the IT is weak. So if you get any convincing trade in IT, then you should go short in that. Rest, the banks, okay, all the banks and all the associated banks are the sectors which are associated with the banking space are the ones that are moving. All right. So now, if you take a look here, what are the stocks that are associated with the banking space? You can see here that as of now, not much have started moving. Okay, not much have started moving. So you can see here there is some auto. So now, if you want to see from the banking space, let's check out the bank. You can see here the banks are flat. No bank is taking over. So what does it mean? It means that the banks are, yes, maybe the bank nifty is positive, but there is not yet any kind of move seen here except in ICICI Bank. So out of all this, ICICI Bank is one bank stock which we can see. Then we can take a look at IndusInd also, because IndusInd is also showing some movement. Yes, you can see here that IndusInd is gearing up. Okay, IndusInd is gearing up. It was consolidating on Monday. So you can see here that if it crosses R1, IndusInd could be a good buy. So I'll just put a filter here in IndusInd, right? I'll put an alert here and let's see what happens in IndusInd. Okay, so IndusInd, we have put a filter here. SBI Life, we had already spoken about Vinayakam and SBI Life. Okay, IndusInd Bank has crossed our levels. You can see here, IndusInd Bank is looking good now. It is setting to move. So you are seeing a fresh move here. So IndusInd Bank, ICICI Bank they are all active banks, and now it is looking to move above R1. So some more movement above this, and I will be able to. I've got an alert here. I'm waiting for some kind of candle close here or some move. Then we can take a look at it. Okay, great going. I think Vinayagam is the only one who is trading today. Others are all very silent. I've got very active players here. Jaykumar, Sendil, but they are choosing to keep quiet for some reason. I would like all of you guys to participate here. Yeah, I would like all of you guys to participate, and I want all of you to go and hit the like button. We have been discussing some things for now. I want all of you to go and hit the like button. I want the likes to cross 35 right now. Come on, guys, go and hit the like button and come back. We are going to be discussing interesting things today. As always, okay, Jay Kumar says no trade. No problem, Jay Kumar. Even if there is no trade, I would like you to share what you are seeing right now. What are you seeing? What are you seeing in the market? What are you seeing? Yeah. What is the market telling you? Okay. You can see here now Aarti Industry is going up. Okay, Granules open high crossed. All right. Okay, Granules open high crossed. What about Aarti Industry? Aarti Industry. Okay, let's go and take a look at the chart of Aarti Industry. So IndusInd Bank is not yet shown me some movement. It has crossed R1, but it has not shown me some movement. Aarti Industry, you can see here, it has gone ahead and hit R3. So it's at R3 right now. And let me go and check Aarti Industry. There is only one parameter that is satisfying. So right now you can see here that there is not much of there is no continuation in the positive trend. You can see here that there is no continuation in the positive trend. That's what we are seeing. Okay, Jaykumar says watching ICICI, Tata Chem, Mindtree. Very good. That's the kind of participation I want. I want to know what are you tracking, what are you doing, because the whole objective of this live session is for sharing what I am observing and what you guys are observing too. Okay, you can see here first 15 minutes. I am a tracker of the first 15 minutes. Yeah, I have not seen the likes go up, guys. Come on. थोड़ा आपका love and support चाहिए for us to continue and showcase to you different ways to look at the market. So that is the reason why we are asking you to go and comment, go and like. You can see here now, ये अभी निफ्टी का चार्ट है. ओके, निफ्टी का चार्ट में आप देख रहे हैं कि ये जो मूवमेंट है, राइट, दिस मूवमेंट विच इज देयर, इट इज नाउ रीचिंग अ सैचुरेशन पॉइंट. ओके, अगर 5 मिनट्स के चार्ट पे एज अ डे ट्रेडर मुझे देखना है, सो व्हाट आई एम लुकिंग एट इज आई एम लुकिंग एट द इंट्राडे मोमेंटम. Intraday momentum we are not able to sustain. You can see here that the intraday momentum we are not able to sustain, and you can see here that this is what it is looking like. Now here if I put the indices, Nifty and Bank Nifty cross the previous day's high, और उसके बाद, okay, उसके बाद nothing much has happened. So what does it indicate? It indicates that there is some bit of resistance. Now if you go here, okay, if you go here, not many stocks are crossing into the 2% club, right? You can see here not many stocks are crossing into the 2% club. So what does it mean? It means that there is quite a bit of resistance at higher levels. Yeah, समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Quite a bit of resistance at higher levels. So if you're going to initiate a long, you have to be very fast in booking the profit. That is the message. IT, the pain in IT is holding on. So you should look at IT stocks from a shorting point of view. So now when you want to look at IT stocks from a shorting point of view, yeah, it's a waiting game, Jay Kumar. It's a waiting game. So if you're going to wait, right, if you're going to wait, then you should wait in the right sector. Now if you take a look, okay, if you take a look, we are seeing that there is pain, and there is pain in IT. So what does that show you? Yeah, what does this show you? It shows you that सारे sectors में some bit of green is there, some bit of red is there, but in IT the entire basket is red, right? The entire basket is red. That clearly says that this sector is under pressure. Okay, that clearly says that this sector is under pressure, and you may experience some movement to the downside. Now when you talk about movement to the downside, you can see here that there are some names which are appearing here: Persistent, Emphasis, Bsoft. So let's go and check out these guys. We want a case to buy or we want a case to sell, right? So what did I do? I went to the sector, I did my analysis, I took a look at the market. Hold on, guys. Where are my likes? My likes are not going up. I'm still at 24. I said 35. Come on. Now we are looking at the sector. Okay, we are looking at the sector and we are saying that IT sector is weak. Point number one. Now we are waiting for the market to stabilize and see what is it really doing. So what do you mean by stabilization? We waited for the फर्स्ट 15 मिनट्स, ठीक है। फर्स्ट 15 मिनट्स देखने के बाद वी सॉ दैट मार्केट डिड ट्राई टू गो अप, बट इट इज फेसिंग सम चैलेंजेस। तो जब चैलेंजेस फेस होता है मार्केट में, इट इज एन इंडिकेशन, लाइक suppose you are seeing a marathon, so you are seeing many people run, but then you will see at a point in time that some people, they stop running, right? They don't stop immediately, but then they slowly come to a halt. So now probably the market is coming to a halt. Why? Because the strength which was there, which was carrying the market for a while, seems to be getting exhausted. So उसी की वजह से आपको कह रहे थे कि there is some resistance at in bank nifty, in nifty. So yes, immediate supports in nifty is 17400, right? At the higher level, 17500 to 17600 needed to be surpassed, but bank nifty जो है, bank nifty was the more active one. You can see here bank nifty went till 38450. 38500 was the immediate resistance. वहां से फिर गया है. Compared to bank nifty, nifty has gone below this range. It is trying to hold on to this range, right? It is trying to hold on to this range, but internal strength जो है, internal strength is weakening. So that is why we will look at some stocks and some sector which is already showing a weakness continuation. Okay, एक weakness continue हो रहा है और इसी के लिए हम IT में जा रहे हैं, right? And we saw that persistent is the weakest. It has shown a Bollinger Band cut, यानी volatility expand हो रहा है. It is breaking important supports and it has moved below the previous day's low. So let's see whether are we getting a case to sell persistent. Okay, let's see about that. So persistent systems, yes, persistent system is a clear sell. Why? It has gone below S3. Sector is weak. So I would be a seller I will be selling persistent system with a stop at 3736. Stop loss दूर है at the moment, but I will wait for some movement down to either trail my stop or book profit. But then it is clearly broken important. It is giving me a opportunity to trade the second round or second phase of the movement. It's gone below S3, तो यहाँ पर definite weakness है. And if markets were to trade lower, right, then you could have a good short trade possibility. Okay, Sun Pharma intraday buy. अच्छा, आपको Sun Pharma intraday buy लग रहा है, तो मैं फिर चले जाऊंगा into rolling ticker and I'll see if anyone is supporting Sun Pharma. Yes, very good. So Sun Pharma में there is a bullish movement which is being displayed here, the recent as of now. So let's go and take a look at Sun Pharma and let's see if, so we are having a short in persistent. So let's see. Yes, Pharma was today, IT and Pharma are playing opposite. So yes, Sun Pharma has given a move. It has finished its round one. Okay, it has finished its round one. Now let me see if Sun Pharma is able to give me round two. So for round two, let me put an alert here. So I'll just put an alert and I'll track it. So good one, Sanjay. Yes, Sun Pharma is getting set for round two of the trade. So let's see if it happens. Okay, so now let's again go back and let's see what is happening. What kind of moves are we getting? 940 हो चुके हैं and इसमें क्या types के trades आ रहे हैं? Yes, there are a lot of movements which are happening across the board. Let's go and take a look at the markets. Markets continues to be under pressure. Number of stocks which are having bearishness are increasing. Right, we spoke about persistent. Then we are also seeing Mindtree, Emphasis, which are we just moved from dark red to light red, but still they are having some weakness. So IT sector में bearishness बढ़ रहा है. Right, that's the whole idea. So Jaykumar had mentioned about Mindtree. So let us go and check Mindtree and see what is the kind of possibility emerging. You can see here that Mindtree is at an important support region. So I would not be a seller in Mindtree till I get a second move. Okay. Anand Gokhale says booked in Bajaj Finance. Very good. Yes, there was a short possibility there in Bajaj Finance. So you go on and book that. Very good. So now let us also check. Okay, let us also check now. So what are you guys trading? बाकी लोग क्या ट्रेड ले रहे हैं और बाकी लोग कौन से ट्रेड में पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं? Yeah, can you all put on the chat what kind of trades are you taking today? Market continues to remain very, very tentative. There is no clarity here. You can see that entire sector का जो weakness है वो सिर्फ एक ही सेक्टर में है. Okay, entire sector का weakness जो है वो सिर्फ एक ही सेक्टर में है, which is IT. Rest all sectors continues to. You can see here now energy sector is also getting into 100% negative. Okay, energy sector is also getting into 100% negative. So just hardly two stocks here. So you can see here that यहाँ पे शायद थोड़ा bearishness हो सकता है. Torrent power. So I see here which sector is showing some bearishness, and I find that yes, not much of moves seen here. Showed some bearishness initially, and then it has. So let's see here now. Not much of movement here. Nifty is heading down. You can see here that Nifty is turning bearish. Bank Nifty is flat, while Nifty is showing some decline. So now again, today markets tend to be having a muted or negative bias. ठीक है, यहाँ पे एक म्यूटेड और नेगेटिव बायस दिखाई दे रहा है, तो हमें जरा केयरफुली काम करना पड़ेगा. ओके, प्रॉफिट बुक्ड इन टाटा केमिकल. वेरी गुड. Amal Selvan has booked profit in Tata Chemical. Very good. So Tata Chemical, which we had discussed as a gap up approach. Okay, let's see what has happened again in Tata Chemical. Yes, Tata Chemical gave a pullback, but then it continued to hold on. So it looks like the bullish momentum is sustaining in Tata Chemical. While Nifty continues to think about what it needs to do. So at the end of half an hour, okay, at the end of half an hour of the market, you are seeing that the markets are tentative. यानी markets में कोई clarity नहीं है, तो stock specific. Okay, Sun Pharma getting into your second round. Okay, great point out by Sanjay. Awesome. So Sun Pharma is also going up. The stock specific actions हो रहे हैं. Okay, stock specific actions हो रहे हैं. We've spoken about persistent system. So let's see if persistent system continues with the decline. You can see here, persistent system as indicated, the sell trade is working very well. We had spoken about at 3680. It's now at 3658. So you can see here that that's how you need to identify. You need to go into the sector. You need to see the stock, and then you can get it clarified through your rolling ticker. Makes your job easier. Why? Because rolling ticker is calculating the entire market scenario. It is checking out the market. It is telling which kind of setups are satisfying. And once you see that, you will be able to participate in a much easier manner. So ONGC is showing previous day low broken. Naukri is showing previous day's low broken. We spoke about the energy sector going weaker, but then not much in ONGC. Okay, let's again go to the sector view. Let's talk and see if any other sector is there. Okay, not much action here. IT, IT is the main sector on the weak side. Now, Sun Pharma, we have already spoken about. Sun Pharma has begun its next phase. So, yes, I will be a buyer in Sun Pharma because it has shown some movement above R3. So I take a look at that, and Sun Pharma, yes, definitely a buy. Definitely a buy because it is a clear move above R3. Nice long body candle at the start of the day, moving above R3. So it's a good buy opportunity with a stop at 919. So overall prospects look good. So I would be a buyer there. Now, if I need additional confirmation on Sun Pharma, what I'll do is I will go here into my stock analyzer. Go into my stock analyzer and I'll type here Sun Pharma. So I go into Sun Pharma and I'll see that on a it is coming out from a sell scenario. What is the overall view? Overall view on an intraday. Okay, it is recovering on the intraday. So you can see here that there is a nice move. Sun Pharma is at 924. So it's crossed 924. It is reaching towards 931. So immediate target of 931 is possible. 931 and 934, you are having a pivot confluence. So that makes it interesting because 931, 934 is a pivot confluence. So if you want to trade Sun Pharma, immediate target is between 931 and 934 could be a good target to play for in Sun Pharma. Let's again go to the dashboard. Number of bearish stocks are increasing. So how many of you have done any shorts today? Yeah. How many of you have done any shorts? Yeah. I saw Bajaj Finance by Anand. और किस में आपने शॉर्ट किया है आज? Srinivas says Infi. Yeah, Srinivas, have you done Infi? Okay. Sun Pharma as a buyer, I have already given you the targets. Yeah. Good setup in Infi. Are we getting any more confirmation here? Okay. You're adding only a Camellia score here. Mind tree taken. Okay. Mind tree. Yes. You can see here Mind tree. Mind tree is satisfying many conditions here. It is having a Bollinger Band cut. It is having a open is equal to high bearish signal. The previous day's low is broken. So all this indicates that there is a good amount of bearishness, right? You can see here how quickly we are able to come to a conclusion. We are seeing the stock, we are seeing the sector. If you are tracking any stock, then it makes it easier for you to verify it. Okay. Nifty 17,500 put. All right. So you're gone in for a short in Nifty. Okay. Yeah. Right. You're on the right track because the range has broken down. Okay. Ashish says Loris Labs. Okay. So let us check Loris Labs if. Okay. You can see here, all of you, those who are selecting the stocks, you are having good validations from the rolling ticker. That's how you got to go. You got to go and ratify your setup when many parameters are getting evaluated through the rolling ticker. Automatically, you know that yes, your trade is on the right side. Markets are tentative, right? Few points here and there doesn't make it bullish or bearish unless you see a continuation. So what we saw here, we saw that the intraday setup is indicating some bit of pressure. We put on some momentum and then we saw that the prices are going down. And that is the reason why we concluded that the market is on having a bearish tinge. Now we also said Bank Nifty resistance levels. So ये सब देख के हमने conclude किया कि market में एक pressure है to the downside. But there are certain stock specific actions which will continue to play out, and that is what we should be doing. Every day we should be looking for a bias in the market and what bias is going to sustain. And if the bias is going to sustain, what are those levels? That's how we go about looking at the markets on a daily basis. And when you do that, right, when you do that on a regular basis, you'll be able to connect with what is happening in the market. Let's again go back today and see here that the number of stocks are increasing. Which sector is dominating? या फ्रेंड्स, विच सेक्टर इज डोमिनेटिंग? कौन सा सेक्टर में सबसे ज्यादा मंदी हो रहा है? अब देखो यहाँ पे कौन सा सेक्टर में सबसे ज्यादा मंदी हो रहा है. You can see here that the IT sector is having the maximum bearishness, right? The IT sector is having the maximum bearishness, and that's how you will be able to connect with the market. We saw the market, we saw what kind of action is taking place, we saw which sector is having negativity. We went into that sector, we selected the stock, and that particular stock is doing well. It's headed to the downside. If you see here, the stocks which are going down, the stock which we have taken a trade is down quite a bit. You can see here 2.83% down already. Other sectors are now joining in on the negative side. You can see here that IT, though bearishness has now taken over, right? Bearishness has now taken over. So that means that the potential to go down has increased. So now if you're going to participate in the market, you have to participate on the short side. अगर आपको bullish side में participate करना है, तो आपको समझना पड़ेगा कि आपका stop loss should be very, very tight. नहीं तो unnecessarily you'll end up giving money to the market. Yes, anyways, if you take a wrong decision, you give up your chance to make money. So be very careful. Markets are not showing any kind of extreme bearishness or extreme bullishness. In short, it is a very tentative market. So अगर आप शॉर्ट भी करेंगे जल्दी बुक करना है, लॉन्ग भी करेंगे तो जल्दी बुक करना है, क्योंकि ये मार्केट में फिलहाल कोई क्लियर ट्रेंड नहीं है. यहाँ पर आपको देखने लगेगा कि काफी मंदी है, बट इट इज मंदी ओनली इन सर्टेन स्टॉक्स. एक परसिस्टेंट है, दूसरा इन्फी वाज डेफिनेटली ऑन द वीक साइड. लेट्स चेक अप बी सॉफ्ट. देखिए बी सॉफ्ट में भी the move has started. You can see here the base of the move has started. So yes, this stock is also on the bearish side. So this should be another stock which I would indicate a short possibility. You can see here there's a daily chart. If I just hide all of this, you can see here that this stock tried to go up और एक trend line resistance पे आकर it has faced the steady decline. So it's a good potential short candidate. It could be a good intraday trade as well as a multi-day short possibility. So this is something which you can consider. This entire structure जो है over the last 3 months it has been on a decline, and now it is facing some pressure. So very high potential for a decline. So this will be the other stock which I would short. Definitely, it's a short candidate. It opens up doors towards 320 on a multi-day possibility. Stop loss, of course, you can use a rally to sell or wait for a rally towards around 345 if you're going to do a multi-day. But then intraday के लिए तो यहाँ पर जगह बनता ही है. Intraday is a definite sell. Intraday is a definite sell. You can see here, it has undergone a nice consolidation. And this consolidation is now breaking down, right? So BSoft and Persistent System are the two stocks which we spoke about. As far as the index is concerned, we had already indicated that the internal strength in index is weakening, and that is what is showing us some bit of negativity. So overall, आज का मार्केट देख के लग रहा है कि एक बेरिश प्रेशर होगा. ओके, आज को देख के लग रहा है कि मार्केट में बेरिश प्रेशर होगा. दैट्स व्हाट इज द सेटअप. ओके, नाउ विनायकम सेज बजाज फाइनेंस. Great, awesome Vinayagam. Good to see Vinayagam participating and sharing what he is doing, because that's how all of us grow, right? We know that there is possibility to grow, and it is only possible to grow when you all share. And full marks to Vinayagam for sharing his trade. You can see here that as far as Bajaj Finance is concerned, on the stock analyzer, we are not getting much of clarity yet because it is yet to turn completely bearish. But yes, you can see here that as he has mentioned, it has moved below S3 and it's a short in all the setups. You can see here it is short in all the setups. So what does it indicate? It indicates that there is a potential for the stock to go down. So let's again put Bajaj Finance. We have discussed it earlier during the day. You can see here Bajaj Finance is a clear sell. It's a clear sell. Very good move. And now if you are looking at the possibilities of Bajaj Finance, so where could it see a kind of confluence here is that at the lower level, okay, at the lower level, you are having some bit of confluence at, right now it is at 7176, right? 7176 opens up door towards S4 at 7117, right? 7117 is S4. And now the nearest confluence in terms of, is 7086. That is the only level which is visible right now. So yes, it's a little farther away. So I would say that there is no particular confluence zone here, but then as a target, you get the target. So yeah, 7117 could be one target zone, and the next target zone could be a multi-day S3. So this could be a good target zone. You can track Vinayagam in case you are having a larger target. Well and good. But then the setup is definitely weak and it's a very good short trade to take. So again, going back to the markets, market continues to be under pressure. So a bearish mindset, a bearish approach would be a better way to participate. अगर आप 3 trade ले रहे हैं, so you could go 1 long and 2 short. That's what is the trend today in the market. That's what is the trend today in the market. Yeah, Bajaj Finserv also should be similar. Bajaj Finance is moving well. So Bajaj Finserv, let's take a look here. Why don't we take a look here and see what is happening to Bajaj Finserv? Okay. Bajaj Finserv, okay. Bajaj Finserv is right now on a neutral mode. Bajaj Finserv is on a neutral mode. Bajaj Finserv does not have any short potential. Okay, Bajaj Finserv does not have any short potential yet. Why? Because the overall setup is positive. It has been going up and it has been steady. Unlike Bajaj Finance, if you are looking at a intraday play, then between Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Finance is better. I hope Aturam, you got some idea. Yeah, I hope Aturam, you got some idea. Okay, Vinayagam says IGL. So I always run it through. Okay, great going. Very good stock selection. IGL, again, it is getting certified by the rolling ticker. You can see here that these are the kind of qualifications which you need to do. And the results have come out well and the markets are respecting those results. Yeah, they're rewarding those results. Results come. Okay, there are many results which come and either they get rewarded or they get punished. So based on how the results come, you need to take a decision. So when the results come, then you know that yes, results have come, and then how is the market rewarding those results? You can see here that currently market is rewarding those results and they are saying that IGL is bullish. So now if you were to put IGL here, what would happen? You can see here that it has moved above R3. Correct? It has moved above R3 and it is trying to build a case. Now, if you were to participate in IGL, you have seen here that this is the kind of triggers which you have got. These kind of triggers, you got it at 9:45. Now, after you got those triggers at 9:45, how is the price holding on? The price is holding on here. So the price is holding on to these levels. So now you got to suppose you are tracking this, you got to see, okay, now at 9:45 you got those triggers. Now, for example, if it moves above this zone, so there is a consolidation there. So now if it moves above this consolidation, then you could be a buyer. What would it indicate? All the people who purchased here, they will book their profits and then fresh set of buying will come. That is one approach. The other approach is if you want to, minimize your risk, then this could be a good point to buy. So you have to decide what kind of trade you want to take. You want to take a pullback trade or you want to take a breakout trade. In this scenario, unless and until this R3 is lost, or you can say here, in such a scenario, you can keep even R2 as a stop loss. You could see this as a good pullback, enter into IGL, and then keep R2 as a stop loss. So yes, I can see that there is a good pullback which has occurred. So I would be a buyer here with R2 as a stop loss. So it's a good stock selection once again, and you can see here that the movements are quite visible. All right. So let's again go back to our dashboard and let's see what is happening here. Yes, the negativity continues to persist. There is bearishness. There are stocks which are showing weakness. So overall market continues to be in a negative frame of mind. The market started tentatively and that tentativeness has matured into a bearish scenario. Now, this particular bearish scenario is extending. It is permeating into all the other sectors. So जब बहुत सारे sectors negative होने लगेंगे तो निफ्टी को ऊपर जाना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. हम बात कर रहे थे हायर लेवल्स पर प्रॉफिट बुकिंग की और हायर लेवल्स पर थोड़ी रेजिस्टेंस की, which has come about in bank nifty. Now from there, if bank nifty were to come down, we have also spoken about 17,400 and 38,000. So we will track these levels as we get into the day. Okay. So Srinivas is buzzing about Infi. Very good. So that would also become a good short trade. We had already said that at that point when you had pointed out, Srinivas, that the Infi trade was a good setup. So yes, Infi was another trade. So we had a short in Infi, we had a short in Persistent, we had a long in IGL, we had a long in Sun Pharma as well. So we have discussed some stocks today and those stocks seems to be moving as per how we have analyzed. Let's see how the market gives up, and especially we had spoken about a bearish scenario emerging in the indices, especially in the Nifty. And Nifty has moved in line with our whole discussions which we have seen. So it looks like the markets are showing some bit of pessimism here. So यहाँ पर हमें थोड़ा, अगर आपका रेशियो डिवाइड करना हो of the number of trades, you should be taking more trades on the bearish side and less trades on the bullish side, and book profits quickly. That's the whole message which I want to give you as I end today's live stream. And if you like what we shared, if you like what we discussed, I would like you to go and hit the like button. And I would also like you to comment on this particular video so that we know exactly what have you understood. Go on to the YouTube, go to the comment section and type in your comment, because your love and support is what brings us back to share with you how to look at the markets and how to make consistent return. But before we end the day, how many of you guys have made some money? Please put it out on the chat so that others know that yes, you have also participated, you also made some money. Good to hear that, Jaikumar. Awesome. That's what it is, making money consistently. That's what I believe in. It's not about making 5 lakhs one day and losing 5 lakhs the other day. It doesn't make sense, right? Instead, keep booking, keep making money, and you will be a profitable trader. And that's what the entire new trader family wants all of you to do. All right. So if you're watching this video for the first time, go and hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and be part of our community, because our community is aiming to make every trader a profitable trader. All right. Thank you. Have a good day. Okay. Booked your profit in Tata Chemicals, Bajaj Finance. Awesome. Thank you, Anand. That's what we want. We want you guys to participate on the chat, right? because I'm not talking to the camera here. I'm talking to you all. So, just imagine a conversation where only I'm talking and nobody else is talking. If the opposite person doesn't talk, so you guys are talking through the chat. That's the whole idea. Okay, holding IGL, awesome. That's what I want you guys to do, and we'll connect again. We'll see how the market has behaved, and okay, booked 8 points. Awesome, Srinivas, fantastic, very good, very good. That's what we want to do. We will see how the market has panned out. We'll see what the market is saying, and we will see on how to take the expiry day ahead and make some decisions. All right, fantastic, fantastic. Good to see all of you all making money, because making money is our agenda. But लेकिन कभी कभी क्या है, हमारा एजेंडा और मार्केट का एजेंडा अलग होता है. तो हमारा एजेंडा और मार्केट का एजेंडा के बीच जो डॉट्स कनेक्ट करना है, वो हम कोशिश करते हैं इस लाइव स्ट्रीम पे. एंड जब तक ऐसा होते रहेगा तब तक हम भी खुश रहेंगे. नहीं होगा तो we'll go back to the drawing board. We'll see what we need to do, and then we'll come back. All right. Thank you so much for joining in, and I'll connect with you once again in the next live stream. Have a good day.